Hey guys, and in-game 10 Master Doe here. And, yeah, this is, Random Rant number 2. I've been thinking up of different names throughout, whenever. But, yeah, I'm here to talk about a few things and issues. First of all, I'm kind of sorry that I'm not releasing any SSX3 Let's Play videos recently, but I have stuff to do, and this month was a really busy week for me. Well, for this month was anyways. And I should really be doing an SSX3 commentary right now, but I decided to do this because the topic I wanted to talk about was important to me. It was important to me for about 6 to 8 years. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of a nerd once you start learning about what I'm talking about. And this thing is really dear to me. And what that thing is it's the video game Runescape. Now, I can already see the trolls and haters and people's reactions that RuneScape's a horrible game, it has horrible graphics, it's boring, don't play it, you suck, you noob. Well, that's your opinion. Honestly, that's your opinion. I like RuneScape. You don't have to play it. Why are you even watching this video if you don't like it? So, but, trollers gonna troll, haters gonna hate, they're gonna keep drinking HATORAID. That's what I call it. But anyways, back to RuneScape. RuneScape, I really like this game. I played it for 6 years now, or 8 years, since 2004, and it's grown a lot since then, and it's grown on me since then, and I really like it just because it does have some redeeming qualities. For example, it's free. I mean, there's two versions. There's a pay-to-play version and free-to-play version, and the free-to-play version is enough for me because this game is all about micromanaging, I think, because you're always thinking of what else do I need to check on, what else do I can do, and that's why I like RuneScape so much. It's because of the micromanaging. It's just so interesting, and it keeps my mind going, and it's really fun for me. I like that kind of stuff. I like micromanaging. That's why I liked the game Roller Coaster Tycoon so much. It was all about micromanaging. And if you haven't heard of Roller Coaster Tycoon, search it up on YouTube now. Go, go, go. Right after you finish listening to this video, of course. Because you know that I'm the best YouTuber around. Yeah. Not really. So anyways, and lately, RuneScape has been going up and down and up and down, and right now it's going down the downhill spiral, I think. To me, I think it's as good as it was before, just because Jagex, the company who made RuneScape, has made some up and down changes. Mostly up, I think. Some of the big down ones are really bad, but that's what I'm going to talk about. Some controversial things about the up and down things Jagex has changed. Now, because of these changes, lots of people have left RuneScape, and lots of members have quit RuneScape, and it's just bad and it's awful, and there's like 2 times less people there is on RuneScape than it was 4 years ago. And this is bad for Jagex, and it's bad for me, because if this kind of goes downhill anymore, there might not be a RuneScape. I mean, that's a big thing to think about, but it is possible. It honestly is, and it's scary. To me anyways. haters are gonna say that's a good thing. That's honestly a good thing. Well, screw you. Why are you even listening to this video still? I already told you to get out. But anyways, now some good changes about RuneScape is that I think that this is a good change, and they made the graphics better. They changed their RuneScape engine, they changed their music layout, and now RuneScape looks a lot better compared to when it first started. I mean, honestly, it started out with a 3D world with 2D objects, then it went from a 3D world to 3D objects, but it still looked pretty awful because it had no textures. And now it's a 3D world with 3D objects with textures, and it looks a lot better. The textures are pretty detailed, like they put a bunch of textures into each piece of the game. It's each little puzzle piece that makes this game look so good. And with textures and lighting effects, the game looks a lot better than it was a long time ago. And even though it still looks pretty bad considered all the latest games, such as Black Ops, all the Call of Duty games, I can't think of any other games that look good because I don't care about graphics in games. But compared to the graphics in games today, RuneScape sucks in that category. But consider this: it runs on a Java browser. It runs on your internet browser as a Java application. When you think about all the other Java games, that's pretty awesome. In fact, that's incredible. That's superb. That's great considering it's running on a Java engine. And it's running on your browser. It's running on a little window. You don't have to download anything. You don't have to buy anything and put it on your computer using a disk. It's all right there on your browser. So HD RuneScape is a good thing. Music update is good. It makes it sound a lot better, a lot more professional. It's still not perfect because it's Java. You can't really change the format of music. My only complaint with the music is it just lost all its nostalgic ability. Like, there should be an option to change it from the newer version to the older version. Like they did that with the main theme song. You have the modern version today of the RuneScape modern day theme song, but then you also have the older version of the RuneScape old RuneScape when it first started out. And that holds a ton of value for me, and it sounds great. I just wish they could do it with all the other classics, such as Autumn Voyage and Wander and Newbie Melody. So, yeah, that's one good thing. Another good thing, I think, is they added more free-to-play quests, and I'm a free-to-play player, and I want to keep it that way for as long as I can, until I get extremely bored. But I have to play RuneScape, then I'll probably go to member. But anyways, they added more free-to-play quests. Now, normally, I really hate quests because it's a waste of time. They really don't have that big of a value unless you're paying to play, you're a member. There are some quests that are good for you, but normally, quests aren't really that good because they have no value whatsoever. The only value they have is that the more quests you complete in free-to-play, the closer you get to Dragon Slayer, the quest Dragon Slayer. And so, now that they added more quests, I think they removed some quests as well, which were kind of a bad decision, because those quests were classics. I know they were a bit useless, but we still have those memories for newbies who started out and now are level 100, 126, 111, 100. And you know, that's a real letdown. So they added new quests, they removed new quests, and now for people who did complete the old quests, they have a lot more quest points than the people who just joined and haven't done the old quests that were removed. Fortunately, I did do the quests that got removed, so I kept those quest points, and I completed a few more quests that I didn't, and I ended up getting 33 quest points, enough to get to the Dragon Slayer quest. And this is great because now I can wear the best armor in the free-to-play world. I can now get green dragon hide, and it's just great for me. And adding the new quests was a good idea in some places, a bad idea in the nostalgia factor, but I think it was a good idea because now I can do Dragon Slayer. I've been waiting such a long time to do that, because as soon as I hit the level where I could wear Rune, I remembered that I couldn't wear a plate body Rune because I couldn't get to the Dragon Slayer quest. And I didn't want to do the Dragon Slayer quest because it would take a long time, because you have to do every single free-to-play quest. Now that they removed the old quests, added some new ones, and I kept the quest points needed to do Dragon Slayer, I did the easy quests, and I ended up getting enough points to do Dragon Slayer. So yeah, adding the new quests was good. The Grand Exchange was a fantastic idea. I can't tell you how happy I was to see that, because about 2 or 3 years ago, there was no Grand Exchange in RuneScape, and so basically you had to sell your items to shops or other people in order to make money. And money making was a big ordeal in RuneScape because, you know, there wasn't the Grand Exchange. There was no unlimited base of operations to trade with someone from a completely different country or continent to get money. It was completely different. Completely. You had to sell to the Varrock General Store, the Lumbridge General Store, magic shops, ranging shops, baking shops, all these kinds of shops, helmet shops, and you had to sell your items there. That was the only way to get money. And then they made the Grand Exchange, and now players didn't have to go to shops to sell their stuff. It was a drag to sell them in shops, because sometimes shops didn't give you the full price, and it was tedious. It was really annoying, and some shops didn't even have the right items, and you couldn't find the right items. Well, now with a Grand Exchange, you can buy the items you want, because there's always the items you want. Well, not always, but most likely the Grand Exchange will have the items you want, and you can sell the items that other people want. So for example, right now I have a money-making technique where I sell a bunch of raw lobsters at the Grand Exchange. I make a ton of money because people want lobsters. I don't know why. Maybe it's to gain cooking experience. Maybe it's to train after you cook the lobsters. I don't know why. I just get a ton of money from lobsters because they're sold immediately, and yeah, and I can buy whatever I want. I go to the Grand Exchange, I type in what I want to buy, it's there, I buy it. It's so simple and easy. It's like 1, 2, 3, 3 steps. In the past, when you bought and sold stuff from shops, it was so annoying and tedious. I hated it because I couldn't get the items I wanted. I had like full iron for a long time until the Grand Exchange came out, and then I suddenly could buy Mithril, Adamite, Rune at my fingertips. It was amazing. It was an amazing experience for me. It was the best change in RuneScape since they went from RuneScape 1 to RuneScape 2. It was great. It was the best change I've seen. So yeah, the Grand Exchange was a fantastic idea. The only bad thing is that now shops are basically worthless because you have the Grand Exchange. The Grand Exchange. Awesome. Now there's much more better things about RuneScape than I've actually talked about. But now I'm going to move on. I am going to go to the bad things that I think that Jagex has done in order to make RuneScape better. It actually made it worse. Okay, first of all, they removed free trading and the wilderness. Now on the forums, there's like a debate whether to vote on having the old wilderness back and the free trading system back, and I haven't voted yet. I don't really care about the vote system, but you know, free trading was a good idea for friends. It was bad for people who got scammed if they were a noob, but you know, you can't really gain enough money from scamming. You don't gain that much money unless, you know, you're an experienced player, you got all these rare items and you get scammed. You shouldn't get scammed because you're experienced enough to know that this guy is going to scam you because you know the proper price. You should know the proper price. You have enough experience to know the proper price. So there would be no scamming. The free trade was a good idea. I think the wilderness, player killing players, gave RuneScape a personality. It really did. And everyone loved it. I didn't do it because I didn't want to lose my items because I was poor. But it was a good idea. I don't know why they removed it. I think it was because of safety, or they didn't want people to complain. But it was the wilderness, player killing players in the wilderness made it the wilderness. Now it's not the wilderness. There's nothing to do. There's only high-leveled monsters. It's only popular in the members world where you can actually do stuff, while in the free-to-play world there's nothing you can do. Nothing. So unless, you know, if it was the old wilderness, then you could kill people, but now you can't kill people. So removing free trade and the wilderness was a bad idea.